Hello everyone, my name is Debbie Brandauer. I am a volunteer and the casting coordinator for the Vero Beach Theater Guild and your host for our first of many Facebook projects. We know you're missing the theater as well as we are, and we miss seeing you. So until we can all safely get together again in the theater, please enjoy our play readings by the Vero Beach Theater Guild. Starting off, we have Liz Keimer and Nikki Przedwiecki in A Matter of Husbands. Enjoy and stay tuned for lots more fun to come. The scene is set in the drawing room of the apartment of a famous actress. A young woman is discovered poised nervously on the edge of a gilt chair. She is dressed in a very modest frock and has been waiting for some time. At last, the famous actress enters.
You wish to see me?
Yes.
Well, what can I do for you?
Well, you can give me back my husband.
Give you back your husband?
Yes. Oh, you're wondering which one he is. Well, he is blonde, and he is not very tall, and he wears spectacles. He is a lawyer. Your manager's lawyer. Alfred is his first name.
Oh, I have met him, yes.
I know you have, and I implore you, give him back to me.
You mustn't mistake my silence for embarrassment. I am at a loss because I don't see how I can give you back your husband when I don't have him to give.
Well, you just admitted that you know him.
Well, that scarcely implies that I have taken him from you. Of course I know him. He drew up my last contract. And it seems to me I have seen him once or twice since then, backstage. A rather nice-spoken, fair-haired man. Did you say he wore spectacles?
Yes.
No, I don't remember him with spectacles.
Probably because he took them off. He wanted to look his best for you. He is in love with you. He never takes them off when I'm around. He doesn't care how he looks when I'm around because he doesn't love me. Please, I implore you, just give him back to me.
If you weren't such a foolish young woman, I should be very angry with you. Wherever did you get the idea that I have taken your husband from you?
He sends you flowers all the time.
That is not true.
It is.
It isn't. He never sent me a flower in all his life. Did he tell you he did?
No, I found out at the florist. The flowers are sent to your dressing room twice a week and charged to him.
That's a lie.
Do you mean to say that I am lying?
I mean to say that someone is lying to you.
Well, what about this letter?
Letter?
Yes, he wrote it to you, and he said...
He wrote it to me? Let me see.
No, I'll read it. My darling, shan't be able to call for you at the theater tonight. Urgent business. 1,000 apologies, 10,000 kisses. Alfred.
Oh.
I found it on his desk this morning. He probably intended to send it to the theater by messenger, and he forgot. And I opened it.
Oh, you mustn't cry.
Why? Why mustn't I cry? You steal my husband and I mustn't cry. Oh, I know how little it means to you and how easy it is for you. One night you dress like a royal princess and the next night you undress like a Greek goddess. You blacken your eyebrows and redden your lips and wax your lashes and paint your face. You have cosmetics and bright lights to make you seem beautiful and others lines to make you seem witty and wise. And also, no wonder a poor, simple-minded lawyer falls in love with you. I testify against you in my cheap little frock, my own lips, my own eyebrows, and my own unstudied ways. I don't know how to strut and pose and lure a man. I haven't got Mr. Shakespeare to write beautiful speeches for me. In reality, you may be more stupid than I am, but I will admit it, that when it comes to a luring man, I am no match for you.
This is a very interesting case.
What is?
Yours.
Mine? What do you mean?
I mean that I have never received a flower or a letter or anything else from your husband. Tell me, haven't you and your husband been getting on rather badly of late?
Yes, of course.
And you used to be very affectionate to each other?
Why, yes.
And as of late, you've been quite cold?
Yes.
Of course. A typical case. My dear, if you knew how often we actresses meet this sort of thing, it is perfectly clear that your husband has been playing a little comedy to make you jealous, to revive your interest in him.
Do you really think that? Do you mean to say such a thing has happened to you before?
Oh, endless times. It happens to every actress who is moderately pretty and successful. It is one of the oldest expedients in the world, and we actresses are such conspicuous targets for it. There is scarcely a man connected with the theater who doesn't make use of it in that way sometime or another. Authors, composers, scene designers, lawyers, orchestra leaders, even the managers themselves. To regain a wife or sweetheart's affections, all they need to do is invent a love affair with one of us. The wife is always so ready to believe it. Usually we don't even know a thing about it. But even when it is brought to our notice, we don't mind so much. At least we have the consolation of knowing that we are the means of making a marriage happy, which might otherwise have ended in the divorce court.
But how could I have known that?
Oh, there, dear, you mustn't apologize. You couldn't know, of course. It seems so plausible. You fancy your husband in an atmosphere of perpetual temptation in a backstage world full of beautiful sirens without scruples or morals. One actress, you suppose, is more dangerous than 100 ordinary women. You hate us and fear us. None understands that better than your husband, who is evidently a very cunning lawyer. And so he plays on your fear and jealousy to regain the love you deny him. He writes a letter and leaves it behind him on the desk. Trust a lawyer never to do that unintentionally. He orders flowers for me by the telephone in the morning and probably cancels the order the moment he reaches his office. By the way, hasn't he a lock of my hair?
Yes, in his desk drawer, actually. I did bring it with me.
Yes, they bribed my hairdresser to steal from me. It's a wonder I have any hair left at all.
Is that how he got it?
I can't imagine how else. Tell me, hasn't he left any of my love letters lying around?
No.
Oh, don't be alarmed. I haven't written any.
Well, then what made you?
If he had come to me frankly and said, I say, Sarah, will you do something for me? My wife and I aren't getting on so well. Would you write me a passionate letter that I can leave lying around at home where she might find it? I should have certainly done it for him. I'd have written a letter that would have made you weep into the pillow for a fortnight. I wrote 10 like that for a very eminent playwright once, but he had no luck with them. His wife was such a proper person, she returned them all to him unread.
How clever you are. How good.
Neither better nor worse than any other girl in the theater, even though you do consider us such monsters.
Oh, well, I have been a perfect fool.
Well, you do look a bit silly, standing there with tears in your eyes and your face flushed with happiness because you've discovered that a little blonde man with spectacles loves you after all. My dear, no man deserves to be adored that much. And then it is your own affair, isn't it?
Yes.
Yet, I do want to give you a bit of parting advice. Don't let him fool you like this again.
He won't. Never fear.
No matter what you may find in his pockets, letters, handkerchiefs, my photograph, no matter what flower he sends, or letters he writes, or appointments he makes, don't be taken in a second time.
You may be sure of that. And you won't say anything to him about me coming here, will you?
Oh, not a word. I'm angry with him for not having to come to me frankly for permission to use my name the way he did.
You are a dear, and I just don't know how to thank you.
Oh, now you mustn't be crying all over again.
I'm sorry, you just made me so happy. Thank you, thank you.
All right, Alfred, you can come on back in. She is gone.